Hi folks, thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a kukuri from the great Gurkha Khukuri company. Now this video is actually going to be a tale of two kukuris, so stay tuned to find out what that is all about. So this is the super fast lightweight kukuri from the great Gurkha Khukuri company. Made in Nepal using traditional methods. They have traditional blacksmiths using age-old traditions to make these blades. It looks quite similar to traditional old school kukuris that we often remember from military versions, but this one is a much lighter, smaller kukuri. So this one is under 500 grams in weight. It's smaller than your large military types, but it's got the same sort of shape to it. Got a large belly. It has a fuller, which is a hollow ground section up here, which further lightens the blade, and then it has got a very fine, quite light profile, which makes it potentially a very good slicer. It has a rosewood handle. It's got copper and brass finishing, and it is also a full tang version. So the dap or sheath is also a traditional looking style. It has fig wood as the carcass, and then it has goat skin leather. It does also have the compartments for the chakmak and kada, which is very traditional, and it has a traditional type of frog, which is like the military frogs. Here we have the chakmak and kada. Well, this is for honing the blade, and this is this utility knife, and that does match the actual kukuri itself. Now, to the UK, it was around about a week actually, so they must have these in stock. A lot of other companies make to order, but certainly with this particular model, when I ordered it, it came within a week, which is pretty impressive from Nepal to the UK. Well, I'm not expecting this to be an excellent chopper because it is a lightweight kukuri. You know, it's not got a very lot of steel around the belly, but I'm going to give it a go. The spruce is notoriously gnarly and difficult to chop, so I'm going to try chopping it and then I'll resort to battening after that. That works surprisingly well actually. You can see the twist in that piece of spruce. This thing is crazily sharp. The spruce is actually surprisingly hard, as I've said before in my other videos, but this blade really is slicing through it like butter. Incredible, really. It seems to be the sweet spot somewhere in that section for feather sticking, but with the bevel angle, it just takes a bit of getting used to. So this is the kada. Now some of the modern interpretations of the kukuris, the kada, they make it a bit longer with a 4-inch blade, but this is still quite a short one. It's possible that this might be a better option for the feather sticking. It's trying to go through some knotty side branches on the spruce, and it's totally destroyed the blade. So this was the hard knots that I was trying to go through that just destroyed the blade. So I've just sliced through this fresh spruce and no damage at all on the blade. So that's much improved, although this is greenwood. So it seems to function well for that. Well folks, the true test of a good company is how they treat you after you've bought their product. And let me tell you, Great Gurkha Khukuri are pretty impressive. So I contacted him about the issue and it was absolutely no quibble. He straight away said, I'll send you another one, and that's exactly what he did. So this is the original, and it's the one with the damage on it. And this was the replacement. So identical, sent it out, free of charge, straight from Nepal. And this is the one I've been using this morning. Now definitely on the green spruce, it was functioning perfectly. So it's a very good, super sharp, excellent slicing Khukuri. Now I do think if you study the geometry of this blade, it's very light. It's not like the sort of more military machete types. So it does function a lot more like maybe like a hunting knife. It's got that sort of profile on the blade. So it's an absolutely amazing slicer. But I think as a heavy chopper, it's probably not going to be the tool to choose. But I think if you're looking at Great Gurkha Khukuri as a company, I can without a doubt now, having gone through my experience, 100% recommend them as a good company. They obviously stand by their products, superlative customer service. I mean, it's crazy how quickly they responded and sent a new one out to me without any quibble. So definitely recommend them. Had good communications with Perna, and you know, I'm very happy with the service I received. So I think, as I summarized earlier, very good slicing Khukuri, lightweight, has got enough depth to do some chopping on greenwood, trail clearing, things like that. But you know, there was a nice sweet spot for doing some feather sticking, super sharp for carving. And then you also obviously have the advantage of having the chakmak and kada that come with traditional Khukuris. Not all Khukuris have these, the traditional ones do. So these small utility knives are really handy for things like food prep. It's got a sort of saber grind, but so it's quite a robust spine. It's going to do quite a bit. As you can see, I was doing some feather sticking, but you know, it's going to be great for just kitchen tasks, things like that as well, and small carving. You know, this really is supposed to be for, you know, honing the knife, but in reality, outdoors is best used for something like a flint and steel striker. But you know, useful thing to have with you, and they all fit in quite easily into the traditional DAP. And you've got a nice little compact package there. And as I said, this one's a super lightweight one. You know, really nice combo, very well made, and yeah, very happy to be able to replace it easily and simply and still have a really well functioning Khukuri. Well, yeah folks, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.